Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing a bullet journal setup for 2018. Here's a little quick view of all the materials that I will be using in this setup, and all the materials that I do normally use when using my bullet journal. I will also leave all the links of everything I use down in the description box. So let's get started. First things first, we gotta add our keys into the first page of the bullet journal. If you haven't seen my bullet journal setup from last year, I basically used the same keys that the guy that invented bullet journaling uses, and then just kind of started adding in my own. So yeah, I have my task one, my finished task one, which I've never had a problem with. My push forward and backward events, I've never really used them really, but I mean, they're there and they look like they could come in handy. And also, quick note, I know I misspelled cancelled. I did fix that when I saw it in my editing, but don't you worry, yeah, I fixed that. And yeah, so this is another one that I added because I started using it last year during my bullet journal. It's for my birthdays, it's just a little birthday cake. I am using a Leuchtturm 1917 dotted notebook for this year's bullet journal, and I decided to go into dotted because I really didn't like the look that the gridded one gave. The lines were always visible, and it just didn't look very nice and finished. Yeah, I enjoyed this Leuchtturm one so far, and I'm very impressed with it. So yeah. So I decided on the first page after the contents page that already came embedded in the Leuchtturm to have a little quote page, just kind of signifying what I hope to achieve with 2018, which is a fresh start and just basically a breath of fresh air. Also, what I do advise you to do, which is something that I did in this notebook, I didn't film it though because it was a couple of days prior to filming this, but I did a little test page in the last page of the notebook to see what materials bled through the page the most and which ones didn't. So basically have a little swatches page just to test out the materials before you go full in head on into your bullet journal. It's always safe to know what materials do what to your specific pages in whatever notebook you're using. So yeah, for the second page, I just kind of did a little title page for 2018. Something very simple, very nice with my fine liners. I used the extra small fine liner from Faber-Castell for this bit, I'm pretty sure, but just any fine liner will do the job perfectly. So after I had all of that inspiring stuff done, I decided to go straight into my future log. I changed up my future log from last year's setup a lot because I ran out of space very easily when putting down all of my events and birthdays and everything, as I basically tried to cram in all the months of the year into a double spread. So what I'm doing differently this year is using 4 different pages for my future log, which is already turning out great. As you can see, the pages breathe a lot more, and I've got tons of space next to each month to write all the events, birthdays, etc., etc. I added some little cute little banners on the side for the months, and I think they look really, really cute. Another thing that I wanted to mention is I am going to try and use the least amount of markers possible. I do use my 0 mile liners as I've tested them out, and they are the ones that bleed the least. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. But I did kind of promise myself to start using my polychromo pencils a lot more this year. So that's already something I'm trying to include in the bullet journal. It also gives it a very soft and crafty look using the pencils, which is something that I really liked. Hopefully I can keep up with that. And it's very easy to build up gradients and cute things like that when you're using pencils without worrying about bleeding. So I just repeated all these steps in the next 2 pages to complete all the months, and I think in the end it looked really, really nice. I was very satisfied with it, and yeah, of course adding in my little headers on each corner of the page, which always looks cute, really. If you still haven't seen my 50 different ways to draw a cute title and header, I will leave the link in the description box if you ever feel like you need any inspiration for different ways to write a title or a header. Yeah, hopefully you'll find that video helpful, but even I reference back to those pages that I did for inspiration sometimes. So for the next spread is my New Year's resolutions. I'm not really an avid user of New Year's resolutions because I tend to notice that there's a big pattern of me never completing them. But this year, because I've had such a organized year, so to say, as I've started bullet journaling, I decided, you know what, why not? I just feel like whenever I have a list in my bullet journal telling me to do stuff, I will most probably do it rather than just having it like written on a paper somewhere and then losing it halfway through the year. But yeah, I did have a bunch of New Year's resolutions slash things that I just basically want to get done this year. And right next to it, I added my little books, shows, and films lists of things that I want to watch this year. And I think it looked really cute in this format as well. If you didn't see my video from last year, I basically had this spread over in 2 different pages, and it was I didn't even use up all the space, but yeah, it just didn't look that good as I put it in like a 3-column list. So yeah, I just decided to put them all on one page, and it looked really cute with the little 3 different colors with the gradients. I just think it looks very, very cute. And then I, for some reason, decided to go all out in the New Year's resolutions banner and go for full rainbow, because why the hell not? Just trying to catch my eye a little bit more, I guess, to get me to finish those resolutions. So the next spread is just basically my YouTube ideas, my YouTube video ideas, and podcast topic ideas, which are also kind of my topic ideas for voiceovers in speed paintings and stuff. The podcast that I'm mentioning here is something that I may or may not be starting with my 2 flatmates and best friends in Leeds. So yeah, maybe look out for that. Hopefully we do get on that this year. It's one of my resolutions. And right next to it, I did a little quotes page, which is basically going to be just a little page where I put in quotes that I find interesting, inspirational, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, just basically that. And right after that, and for the last page of the setup, I am having a page ideas setup list, whatever. So basically on this spread, what I am gonna have is just a list of ideas for pages that I might want to make somewhere through the year. So if throughout the year I want to make a wish list, I will make a wish list. If I want to make a page dedicated to gratitude and habits I want to break, or just artwork ideas, I will obviously make videos on these as I go along and make them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this 2018 bullet journal setup. Do tag me in pictures if you recreate any of these designs, and let me know if you are going to start bullet journaling this year. It's a fresh start, so I highly recommend it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've had a great 2017 and step into 2018 with the right foot. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!